Do you think Melinda got out of that whole situation because she saw what the foundation was about? Or do you think that was Epstein related? And do you think Epstein is somehow involved in all of this somehow as, a Mossad agent or something? Does this come full circle to where everything is involved here, or is that going too far off the reservation?
Yeah, I think it's a really worthy question, Brian, and let's answer it as directly as humanly possible. The fact of the matter is, for a very, very long time, the way power has been denominated across what we call the Western world is through compromise. Somewhere along the line, people get the photograph that was taken when you were in the middle of your affair, or you were with the underage person, or you were doing something else. And it turns out that the currency of shame and the currency of blackmail are synonymous with the advancement of power. So is everything related to Epstein in at least a dotted line? Absolutely yes. Is everything related to the Lolita Express flight records? Absolutely yes. Is it the case that you can find anyone in the perpetration of the crimes against humanity over the last 20 years who doesn't have a dotted line connection into that universe? No, none of them. They're all dotted line or straight line in. But if we go back and we ask the question, and this is where I really love what you and David Icke have done in some of your conversations, ask the fundamental question: why is it that this has worked so well? Why is it that we have been willing to accept a world where we accept leadership in the form of morally compromised individuals? And what I love about asking that question is the personal encouragement that I receive every time I ask that question about examining my own life. Can I live in a public way? Can I live in a way where I don't have not only the evidentiary basis of that corruption, but can I live in such a way where I can be seen for the frailty and the humanity that I actually do have, where my weaknesses, the things I'm still working on, the challenges I still have, still can be held in a public forum where I am not diminished by virtue of articulating what my weaknesses are, but I'm in fact encouraged and strengthened by the community that comes around going, hey, that reminds me of what I'm going through. That reminds me of what I'm going through. I love, by the way, in your film, where you talked about this amazing interaction you had with your sons, where you talked about this struggle of how do you as a dad explain the irrational to your children? What an amazing gift to say, you know what, I didn't have all the answers. I didn't know. That's a human response, and there's nothing wrong with it. And those kinds of things, Brian, are ironically insurance against the compromise that is associated with the current model of power. Because the fact is that if we look at how power is denominated right now, it's, do I have compromise on you? Can I make sure that I've got you, somehow controlled? So if I need you to vote a certain way, I go, hey, I could let this picture of you when you were at your fraternity, this picture of you when you were on Epstein Island, this picture of you when you were wherever. If we got rid of our own fear of our own exposure, meaning, can Dave Martin, can Brian Rose own all of it? Can we own the life we've lived? Or are we going to let someone else take our sovereignty by virtue of our shame? And this question is so critical to examine, because if we can step back and say, no, guess what? The stuff I'm ashamed of, I can tell you. And the good news is I'll still be me at the end of that conversation. I won't be worse off. If you liked me before, great. You probably like me more. If you didn't like me before, you probably don't like me afterward, but I'm still going to be fine. But what we know is that in every instance, and I think, to be perfectly blunt, I think the answer to what happened to Melinda Gates, I think the overwhelming nature of all of it caught up with her. She was sitting next to Bill Gates when he talked about jabbing needles into children's arms, and she was supposed to smile. And I don't know how easy it is to stand as a spouse next to a genocidal maniac, but something tells me at some point you snap. And the fact is, as you know, that video was used in Plandemic. That video was used all over the world in multiple media outlets. I don't know how many times you can sit next to a sociopath and be okay with the association before you go, the upside of being married to you is not an upside compared to the downside of what I have to put up with. And I suspect that she just had her fill of it.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.